Welcome World Coin Mystique, and before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath because what I'm about to reveal might shock you so deeply that you will never look at old coins the same way again. Right now, at this very moment, there is a dirty, scratched, almost worthless-looking United Kingdom 1 penny coin from the year 2000 that collectors across the world are secretly hunting. And the unbelievable part is that this tiny brown coin, the one most people throw on the table or forget in a drawer, has recently been linked to an insane value of up to $4 million. Yes, you heard that right, $4 million for a single 1 penny coin that people walk past every day without even noticing. And the craziest twist is that the most valuable versions of this coin are not shiny, perfect, or museum-level pieces. Some of the most expensive ones found so far were dirty, scratched, damaged, and completely ignored by their owners. All because of one reason, a rare combination of minting errors that slipped through production unnoticed. Imagine this for a moment. You pull out an old wallet, maybe a childhood money box, maybe a cup filled with random change, and suddenly your fingers touch a dark brown, faded, dented Elizabeth II 1 penny from the year 2000. Imagine not knowing that this exact coin could make you an instant millionaire overnight. Imagine the fear of realizing you might have already spent it unknowingly. Imagine the shock of throwing away a fortune and not even realizing it. That is why today's video is not just important, it is urgent. If you skip even a single second, you might miss the details that determine whether your coin is worth nothing or worth $4 million. And trust me, one tiny mistake is enough to lose everything. This is the story of a coin that looks like trash but could turn into treasure beyond your imagination. A coin so ordinary that millions ignored it for years. A coin so valuable now that collectors call it the silent jackpot. The United Kingdom 1 penny from the year 2000, featuring Queen Elizabeth II, became a target for elite numismatists for one specific reason: a micro-level minting flaw that almost no one notices with the naked eye. Some coins from that year were struck off-center by a fraction of a millimeter. Some were double-struck so lightly that it looks like the coin is simply worn out, and in a few ultra-rare cases, the metal mixture used was different than the standard bronze-plated steel. These combinations create anomalies that experts consider once-in-a-generation pieces. And the insane part? Dirty and scratched coins sometimes hide these errors better, meaning the people who own them never realized how special they really were. That is why collectors are offering extreme amounts, including multi-million-dollar valuations. They know most people don't check properly. They know most people are careless with old pennies. And they know the chance of someone accidentally having one is higher than anyone expects. So now the real question is, could you be the next person holding a $4 million penny without knowing it? Could that dirty old coin sitting under your bed, inside a jar, under your car seat, or stuck in a drawer actually be a life-changing jackpot? To find out, you need to check every detail. First, look at the year 2000, then look at the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. If you notice the strike looking slightly doubled, slightly shifted, or slightly thicker around the edges, don't ignore it. If the color looks different, darker, more reddish, or even metallic in a strange way, don't ignore it. If the coin looks damaged in a way that doesn't feel like normal wear, that could be an error. Remember, the rarest coins are the ones people think are garbage. People have thrown away fortunes before. Don't be one of them. And once you confirm your coin has potential, the next step is the most important: how to sell it without getting scammed or undervalued. Never rush. Never sell to the first person who messages you. Instead, take high-quality close-up photos of both sides. Highlight any unusual marks, odd edges, doubling, or color differences. Then contact major trusted auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, or London-based specialists who deal in British numismatics. These are the places where coins jump from a few thousand to millions because wealthy collectors compete for unique finds. If your coin is real, they will guide you through professional grading, expert authentication, and international bidding. This is how ordinary people turn old coins into life-changing fortunes. So before you spend that old penny, Before you toss it aside, before you ignore the small details that could change your life, stop and check. Because somewhere out there, someone is holding a $4 million coin right now and they still don't know it. Asterisk. And as we move forward from this point, I want you to imagine something even more unsettling. Something that most collectors rarely admit publicly, but something experts talk about behind closed doors. The reality is that the most valuable coins in the world are often not found in museums, auctions, or elite collections. They are found accidentally in the hands of everyday people, just like you. This is why the 2000 United Kingdom 1 penny has become one of the most mysterious and unpredictable pieces in modern numismatics. What makes this coin so terrifyingly powerful is the possibility that millions of people have already thrown away, misplaced, or carelessly spent coins that were worth millions without knowing it. And the more time passes, the fewer of these rare anomalies remain in circulation. Every coin lost, damaged beyond recognition, or destroyed by industrial recycling machines becomes a reminder of how easily fortunes disappear. This is why the surviving rare pieces are skyrocketing to insane prices like $4 million. Supply is collapsing. Demand is exploding, and awareness is spreading like wildfire. But what most people still don't understand is that this coin's value does not come from its age. It does not come from being ancient. It comes from being a modern mistake, a hidden flaw inside a year where everything was supposed to be perfect. The United Kingdom Royal Mint was transitioning through multiple technical adjustments in metal composition during that era. And because of that, several production lines were mixed, tested, and recalibrated. These adjustments led to the creation of a microscopic printing inconsistency that experts now classify as a rare hybrid anomaly. Imagine a machine striking thousands of coins per hour. Imagine one small misalignment, one drop of oil, one piece of metal dust, one microsecond vibration that shifts the die position by less than the width of a human hair. You would never notice it in your hand, but under magnification, the doubling becomes visible, the edges look slightly stretched, and the metal surface reflects a different tone. And that is the kind of anomaly billionaires compete for. They don't want ordinary coins. They want accidents that were never meant to exist. That is why this coin, especially in damaged condition, becomes even more interesting. Because the dirt, the scratches, the rough wear, all of it hides the mint error like a secret locked under years of handling. You may look at the coin and think it is worthless. A collector may look at it and think it's ruined. But an expert sees something else, a surviving miracle. This is why you must inspect every inch of your penny. When you turn it under the light, rotate it slowly. Look at the border around Queen Elizabeth II's profile. Does it look thicker on one side? Does the lettering appear slightly shadowed, almost as if it was printed twice? Does the portrait look slightly ghosted, like a faint duplicate is resting behind it? These tiny signs could mean your coin is part of the ultra-rare error badge. Now imagine how many people looked at these coins and saw nothing. Imagine how many threw them into fountains, donation boxes, pockets, and random jars. The truth is, this coin was never meant to be rare. It became rare because nobody cared. That is what creates this insane value. And now let me take you deeper into the psychology behind why collectors pay millions. Wealthy buyers don't want ordinary investments. They don't want stocks that everyone else owns. They want one-of-a-kind items that carry stories, mysteries, and secrets. A misprinted coin that slipped through the world unnoticed for over 2 decades, hiding in wallets, falling between car seats, lying in kitchen drawers. That is the kind of story money cannot buy. But they will try. They will fight. They will bid. They will pay anything to own it. And this is why you cannot afford to make even a single mistake when preparing to sell. You must understand the chain of value. An ungraded coin might be worth thousands. A graded coin with confirmed mint errors might be worth hundreds of thousands. But a professionally authenticated, rare production rare coin with public auction demand can shoot into the multi-million-dollar range. And yes, even dirty or scratched coins can reach these levels because the value is in the error, not the beauty. This is where most people fail. They clean the coin. They scrub the coin, they polish the coin, and in doing so, they destroy the surface markers that experts use to identify authenticity. One tiny scratch from cleaning can lower the value by thousands or even millions. So rule number 1, never clean your coin. Next, you need to know the exact process for verifying authenticity. The first step is taking macro-level photos, not normal photos. Macro photos. You need to capture the coin close enough that every microscopic detail is visible. Error specialists look for die cracks, die shifts, double strikes, metal composition irregularities, and rim distortions.